Hello everyone and welcome, this is Comedy Cam. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite television shows, Hannibal. And according to Mads Mikkelsen, the actor who plays Hannibal Lecter, has said the show's new popularity on Netflix has revitalised talks of a new possible fourth season. Now, ever since the show ended back in 2015, fans have been craving for another season of the show, and so much of the creators as well. Even though season 3 ended on a pretty good note, in my opinion, and it didn't really need to continue, but it's one of those shows where if it did, I can imagine they'll have an awful lot to do creatively. Like, it can definitely continue, but if it didn't, I'd be kind of okay with it. But because I just love the show so much, as someone who's watched the show almost 11 times now, I definitely feel like they could obviously continue it, and with the support of the actors and the writers, everyone getting involved. Now recently the show has been put on Netflix, and it's kind of found its new home there, in the United States anyway. I've watched Hannibal in the UK Netflix, but that's been taken off now. I think it's on another streaming service now. But recently, with America, Hannibal has really gained in popularity again, with reviewers talking about the show who have finally found it. Because when the show came out, it wasn't exactly popular. It was definitely high-class drama, but no one was really watching it, especially when it was season 3. A lot of people fell out of it. And it was quite a shame as well, because the writing was top-notch throughout 3 seasons. And ever since NBC cancelled it back in 2015, over time the show has gained more of a fan base, and Mads Mikkelsen has always been vocal for wanting more Hannibal. The show was originally intended to be mapped out as like a 4 or 5 season arc, and with the series majoritarily being a prequel to the Red Dragon series, there were still other things yet to explore, like with Hannibal Rising, and of course the Silence of the Lambs. In quote, Mads Mikkelsen has said, "Since the series has found a new home on Netflix, the talks have been revitalised. I don't think you'll find a member of the cast that is still alive that would say, no thanks. We all enjoyed it tremendously." And he feels like the show has some unfinished business. For a long time now, the cast and crew have never really known if there was ever going to be another one. And it's been kind of like that for a long time, especially for someone who's been a fan of Hannibal for a long time. It's been agonising waiting to find out if we'll ever actually get another season. The last few years, however, the cast and crew have been very vocal of wanting a 4th season. They've done videos of reunions, and there was a long interview with Brian Fuller, the creator of the show, and Hugh Dancy, talking about discussions of the next season. But what could season 4 actually be about? I won't go too much of the season 3 ending, to be fair. It doesn't really need to be said, just go watch it for yourself. But as half of season 3 is based on the Red Dragon book, season 4 could potentially weave into the Silence of the Lambs plot, but there's a bit of kind of confusion with it when it comes to the rights of the characters. Of course, in Silence of the Lambs, we have a totally different character. Instead of Will Graham, we have Clarice Sterling and Hannibal Lecter at a much older age. But the rights to Clarice are a little bit muddled for the person who holds the rights of the Hannibal lore, and also the person who holds the rights for the television lore. And Brian Fuller tried to get Clarice onto the show, or would have had her on the show, but there is actually a spin-off series being made just based on Clarice Sterling, who can't even mention Hannibal at all in the show. And it feels kind of pointless to have a Clarice Sterling show without Hannibal. I never really kind of got that. But the person who holds the rights to Clarice and Hannibal, a deal was offered to her much better. I'll just play this clip here that Brian Fuller explains much more better.
Silence of the Lambs is owned by MGM. And so what happened early on and why there was sort of like kind of a sticking point for us with the Clarice rights is that MGM was originally working on a deal with Martha De Laurentiis that had everything in one like package, and then Gaumont came along and offered Martha a significantly greater deal that MGM couldn't match. And so there's been a little bit of animosity between the studios because MGM's like, hey, you were going to do it with us, and she was like, yeah, but you didn't give me the better deal, and they were kind of upset about that. So that's why it's been sort of like a sticking point to try to get the Clarice rights, because they were like, why would we help you when you like, they're basically Bill Pullman and Sleepless in Seattle.
So yeah, with that show seemingly going ahead, I don't know when that will actually be around, but I just feel like a Clarice Sterling show is just a bit pointless without the Hannibal character. I mean, she can obviously have her own story to tell, but I just feel like what made Silence of the Lambs so great was obviously that connection with Hannibal. And with how season 3 kind of panned out, Will Graham and Clarice could kind of merge together a little bit, but not jump straight into the Silence of the Lambs story where we meet Clarice and Hannibal, like kind of have it weave to that and get to the part of Buffalo Bill, whoever gets to play him. But nonetheless, it's just good that we are getting updates on the show. It's been a long time coming, and with these talks, let's hope it actually does go somewhere. I mean, I hope it gets the same kind of respect and budget that the original series did have. I can't imagine much will change in terms of looks wise. I feel like Brian Fuller will do his best to keep the continuity pretty much sacred. Like, if you just finish season 3, you won't notice a dramatic difference within season 4. Kind of like with Arrested Development a little bit, when that show kind of brought back, you could definitely feel like, yeah, this was definitely a reboot kind of show. I thought we'd probably never actually get a Hannibal season 4, but thanks to the kind of popularity on Netflix in America, and a lot of people finally getting their hands on it and actually enjoying it, I think this could be very good for Netflix, and very good for the Hannibal franchise. So let's hope it all pans out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you like to see a Hannibal season 4? And what do you think it could be all about? This has been Common and Cam, and for more Hannibal updates, be sure to subscribe to get all the notifications instantly. Because I am a massive Hannibal fan. It's something I've been wanting to talk about on my channel for actually a really long time now. I'm hoping to make more Hannibal videos and other kind of related stuff that I'm into in the future. So, until the next time guys, this has been Common and Cam, and goodbye.